So hi everybody, Monica traveled over from Norway, very happy to be in New York. Thank you for having me here. I want to share with you a little bit on how not just we as a company, but Norway is trying to utilize oil technology into new ground. So I'm the CEO and founder of Think Outside. And first let's talk about what I mean by oil technology. I'm a geologist by background. I have almost 2 decades as an explorationist searching for oil and gas. And this is how we search for oil and gas in the oil industry. We use seismic vessels that shoot sound waves, seismic, into the subsurface. When these waves of energy hits a change in the rock layer, we can start, some of the energy reflects back, and this is how we start mapping and visualizing the subsurface. Now we don't only just do one line here and there, we actually do massive 3D, so you get huge cubes of 3D visualization of the subsurface. So what if we could take some of this technology into new use? So let's say that we're not thinking subsea anymore, we're thinking sub-snow. So what does that mean? Let me take you to where I feel at home. Up in the winter mountains, beautiful snowy winter mountains, covered in prestige, beautiful white snow. Now, how do you know what lies underneath this beautiful surface of snow? How do you know if there are safety or dangers lurking underneath the snow? Well, today, you have to be some kind of an expert. You have to dig into the subsurface of the snow. It's called a snow pit. It's manual. It's tedious. And you have to be some kind of an expert to map out this snow that you then dig into. And it's only a data point. So what if we can take the skier to be a seismic vessel? And that's what we're doing in Think Outside. So we're taking that same way of mapping the subsurface, but on the ski. So we're fitting the skier with a seismic a radar sensor. Radar behaves like seismic. It sends energy, electromagnetic waves, into the subsurface. And when these energy waves hit a change in the layer, like rock layer or snow layer, energy reflects back and we can start mapping out and visualize snow. This means that we can visualize the snow underneath you, but we can start being smart about it. What does that mean? What's in the snow? Any danger? Let's talk about that data point that I showed you. That's one blue data point where that snow pit was. Well, snow is kind of a very difficult and strange medium to work with. When you walk away from that one pit or one data point, snow becomes irrational, it changes. So when you fit the skier with the same type of technology, you are then able to map out huge areas instead of just one data point. So it works like this. You have radar on your ski. It reads just underneath you, not in front of you, but every step of your way. So every step of the way that you ski up or down a slope, you will map out what the snow consists of. So say if you have a dangerous snow layer underneath you, something that may cause an avalanche in the right conditions. Well, this radar system detects that. And when you step ahead and you move forward, and this condition changes, it will alert you of any danger that you may approach. And so you're able to make better decisions. We don't make that decision for you whether or not you should approach, because I think that would make us liable for a lot of different situations, especially here in the US. But we will enable you to make better decisions. So that snow pit that I showed you, that expertise one snow pit, we get that all over the mountain. Wherever you've been, wherever you go, in real time, that's what we map. So it's like that digital snow pit. So that's really cool for me as a geologist, because I'm geeky and I'm used to geophysics, right, and geology. And I know that we have to interpret this data set to all of you guys so that everybody can utilize it and interact with the snow. So we're working on a new app that syncs with this radar system so that everybody can visualize it and interact with it in a better way. So let's go back to the mountain. This is my data set on my trip, and that's really cool. But what if we can capture everybody's data set? We start mapping the mountains in time and space like we do in oil, 3D, 4D technology. And we tie these with wells that we use in the oil technology or here stationary sensors devices. that means we can start mapping the mountains in a way different way than we've ever done before. And this becomes really interesting. So we're utilizing radar, the field data that we acquire. We integrate synthetics, just as we do in the oil industry, inversion data, weather data, and a lot of other data sets. And out of that comes danger prediction and stuff that the snow industry is interested in. So the snow industry can be anything from hydropower plants to ski resorts to infrastructure in the snow, etc. So they came to us seeing that we were doing this oil technology approach on snow, and we got really good data. So now we're doing a project with the hydropower plants in Norway, whereby we're trying to visualize snow in their hydropower plant fields and see how much money they have in the bank, i.e. how much water is in their snow. So when you want to transfer oil technology across, you got to have people that knows oil. So I think one of the things that makes us liable to really make this thing work is that my team is senior oil technologists, geophysicists, engineers, et cetera, et cetera. And we couple this with experienced entrepreneurs and some really hungry millennials. And they're cheaper. Anyways, if you want to know more about this, I'd love to talk to you about this. Thank you, Evan, for having me over.
Round of applause. Great work.
Thank you.